All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to week number 4 of your cha-cha class. Really glad to have you back. Sorry, I'm running a minute or two behind here tonight. There we go. All right, well, welcome. So we have been dancing cha-cha for the month of November, and believe it or not, gosh, what's today? So this is week number 4, if you can believe it, week number 4 of our cha-cha class. So we've had 3 weeks already where we've been adding patterns and building from week to week, and tonight we're going to keep that going because we have one more week. So next week is the 30th, so that'll be our 5th Monday in November. So that week we're just going to go through every pattern that we've done so far and just dance it to music and make sure that we've got it really solid. But tonight what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through the patterns that we've done in weeks number 1, 2, and 3. And I've got one more step to add tonight, which I'm really excited about. This is a great pattern. It's called a crossover and side flick. So that's going to be a really fun one. All right, well, welcome. We're going to put on some music, get our bodies warmed up a little bit, and then we will get cracking on our cha-cha. All right, so let me throw some music on and let's get our bodies warmed up. All right, so let's get our bodies moving a little bit. Just march it out. March it out. See how long this jacket makes it on this class. Good. Keep those knees and ankles and feet working. We're trying to wake up these joints and the big muscle groups. All right, let's go side to side. Other direction. 5, 6, other way. One more 8 count. Back to the middle. In place. Now we're going to go backwards. Now forward. Backward. Forward. Good. In a circle. Other way. Good. Again. Other way. Good. All right, now let's work on our cha-cha-cha. So side to side. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Good. Do this a few times. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Good. All right, let's put our squats in. You know I like to do this every week. We're going to flex, getting our glutes, our quads, and our hamstrings warmed up. So 10 squats. All right, halfway there. 5 more. Two more. Good. All right, shake those legs out. All right, march it out. Feel your body warming up? I can. Side to side. Eight more counts. Backwards. Good. Good job. Well done. All right, let me turn the music off. All right. That certainly is one of the most fun things about cha-cha is the music is just great. It makes you want to move. It definitely gets you in a good mood. So we're going to continue to build on what we did the first 3 weeks. But first of all, let's just make sure that we're feeling really familiar with our patterns from week number 1. So the first pattern, of course, is our side and progressive basics. All right, so the side basic for the leader starts with their left feet. So you're going to go side, rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. Then rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. And rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. Rock, replace, and chop, chop, chop. Now, if you want to get into a proper dance hold, that's going to be the left hand up and the right arm a little bit forward. All right, let's try that again. Ready? And side, rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. Rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. Rock, replace, chop, 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 and rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. All right, so that's our side basic for the leaders. For the followers, it's just the natural opposite of that. So followers, you're going to start with your right leg, and you're going to go side, rock, replace, chop, 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 rock, replace, chop, 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 rock and replace, chop, 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 rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. Let's try that in a dance hold for you as well. Followers, right arm up, left arm forward as if it's resting on the leader's right arm. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Chop, chop, chop. 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 All right, so that is our side basic. Then we did our progressive basic. So the only difference between the side basic and the progressive basic is that instead of the cha-chas going laterally, the cha-chas go forward and back, all right? So for the leaders, it's still going to start with the side step to your left. You're going to go side, rock, and replace. Now, the right foot, instead of going sideways, is going to go forward. Cha, cha, cha. The left foot is still going to rock forward as it normally does. Rock, replace. But now the left foot is going to go backwards for the chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Again, back rock with the right, replace, chop, chop, chop forward. Left foot rock, replace, chop, chop, chop back. Rock, replace, chop, chop, chop. Rock, replace, and chop, chop, chop. Now, just a side note, sometimes you're going to see this when people are dancing it socially. You'll see this as a locking action rather than a passing action. This absolutely comes into play in the 3 cha-chas, which we did last week, so we'll get to that in a couple minutes. But when you're doing this forward action, you are welcome to do a lock step as well when you're going forward or backward. So that would look like this. You'd go side, rock, replace, cha, 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 rock, replace, cha, cha, cha. So when I go forward, my right leg goes forward, my left leg locks behind. So I just bring it kind of shin to the calf with my right leg, and then I take one more step. Then I do forward rock, and I go backwards with my left, lock the right leg in front, and then backwards on my left foot. Rock, step, chop, 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 left, step, chop, chop, chop. Rock, step, chop, 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 left, rock, chop, chop, chop. So that is a progressive basic for the leader with a locking action instead of a passing action. Again, it doesn't really, neither one is wrong, neither one is 100% right. It's just sort of whichever one feels the most comfortable for you. I tend to recommend that if you're just getting started in your cha-cha journey, that you do the passing action, less likelihood of tripping yourself. But if you want to add a little bit of a challenge to it, that lock step is always a good way to go. All right, so let's do the progressive basic for the followers now. All right, so here we go. So followers, you're going to start with your right foot as per usual. Side, rock, step. Now immediately go backwards. Chop, chop, chop. Rock, step. Chop, chop, chop. Rock, step. Chop, chop, chop. Rock, step. Chop, chop, chop. Now, even I couldn't help myself there. That first time I right away went into the lock step. Again, it's just kind of what feels most comfortable to me. But let's try it again with the passing of the feet first. Here we go. Now, just again, a reminder. If you're not sure what step to do, remember what beat you're on. Okay, so every time we have a 2 or a 3, that's a rock step. Okay, the rock steps, if you've got your left foot free, is always going to be forward. If you've got your right foot free, that's always going to be a back rock. All right, that's going to be universal whether you're doing a side basic or a progressive basic. Just don't lose track of what your count is as you go along. Sometimes people include the rock step as part of their cha-cha-chas and then they get off their timing. All right, so let's do this again as the following. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. Rock, step. Cha-cha-cha. Rock, step. Cha-cha-cha. Rock, step. Cha-cha-cha. Rock, step. Cha-cha-cha. So a rock step has how many steps to it? How many steps does a rock step have? Is it just one step where I do the rock? Well, that's a rock, but that's not a rock step. So remember, every time I have a rock step, I'm going to take the step and I'm going to replace the weight. Okay, so we actually call that a break step, which is a change of direction as I change my weight. So make sure that every rock step has 2 steps to it, not just one. That'll also help make sure that you don't get off your timing. All right, so that's a side basic and a progressive basic. Let's speed things up a little bit now that we've got that basic out of the way. The next step that we did on week number 1 was our shoulder to shoulder. All right, so the shoulder to shoulder is a bit of a fancy step because we actually introduced something called outside partner position, which is where I step off to the side of my partner. All right, so here's what that looks like for the leaders. I'm going to start with a side basic to begin with. I'm going to go side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. Now, at the end of my cha-cha-cha, I'm going to take my left foot, which would normally rock forward, and I'm going to slightly turn my body about 45 degrees to my right. I'm going to take that left foot and I'm going to step to the side of my partner. Now my partner is back rocking on their right foot, so because I went at an angle, they're also going to go at an angle. And as they do that, it gives me the feeling that my left shoulder is pretty close to their right shoulder. All right, so that's what gives the pattern the name shoulder to shoulder. So I step outside partner with my left foot, I replace my weight, and we cha-cha-cha with each other, square towards each other. So nothing's funky about the cha-cha-cha. Then I take my right leg, which normally I would do a back rock with here, and I'm going to take it forward. So I'm going to rotate my upper body about 45 degrees to my left. I'm going to take my right leg, and I'm going to step outside my partner to their right side. All right, so I step forward on my right foot, replace my weight, cha-cha-cha. Again, left foot forward and outside partner, replace the weight, cha-cha-cha. Right foot forward and outside partner, replace my weight, cha-cha-cha. This is my last one. I'll step forward and outside partner. Now as I come back to the cha-cha-cha, I'm going to raise my left hand. That signals to my partner that I'm done with this pattern. I raise my left hand, and as my partner turns, I'm going to take my right foot backwards into what we call a 5th position, rock, replace, and then I'm back to my basic side basic. Does that make sense? Let's do that again, shall we? So here we go. Leaders, and side, rock, replace. Get ready to step outside partner. Diagonal, replace. Take the right side forward. Outside partner, replace. Cha-cha-cha. Outside partner, replace. Raise my left hand. Do a back rock. And cha-cha-cha, back into my side basic. Now you'll notice that when I did that back rock as my partner turned, I didn't rock straight back, I actually rocked at an angle. That's because that's the direction my partner is going, so it's a lot easier for them to go underneath my arm if I'm going with them in the direction of their turn than if I'm going perpendicular to where they're going. My arm is just probably not long enough to be able to get them underneath that turn if I rock perpendicular to the direction they're going. Does that make sense? All right, good. Last comment on this, because you'll see it in the companion videos. Just in case you didn't know, maybe you're new to these classes, our companion videos are films that we have taken where I'm actually dancing with another person, so you actually get a chance to see what these steps look like when you actually have another body there to help demonstrate. So you will always see those linked on the studio's Facebook page. It's also going to be linked on the YouTube channel, or of course you can find it on Briora Virtual, which is where you can find all of the classes and videos that we put out there. So if you haven't logged into Briora Virtual, just so you know, amazing site, so much content. I know a lot of people are gaining a lot of benefit from it. We'll talk more about that later. Let's go back to the shoulder to shoulder. There's a slightly different lead that a lot of people like to do with the shoulder to shoulder. It's the way I like to do it, and that is a two-handed hold. So when I've got my dance partner, I do my side basic. In preparation for the shoulder to shoulder, I transfer to a two-handed hold. That two-handed hold enables me to step outside partner with a little bit more ease because I've got a bit more space between me and my partner. And then when I finish, I raise the hand, I do my fifth position, and I go back to my basic step. All right? Let's do the followers part for the shoulder to shoulder. Here we go. Followers. You're going to do one side basic. Side, rock, step. Now, all of a sudden, as you go side to side, you feel your partner go to a two-handed hold. That right there is an indication that something is coming. Now you feel their left side kind of twist towards you, which makes you rotate slightly to your right. So that rotation now gets your right foot ready to rock back at an angle. Your partner steps to your side. You don't really have to do anything different because you were already going to go backwards with your right foot anyway. You just go back at a little bit of an angle, which then makes it easier for them to step outside partner. Now you replace your weight, cha, cha, cha. Now this is a little different because normally you take your left foot forward. But because you feel your partner rotating to their left, right, you feel their right side coming towards you, that makes you want to rotate a little bit backwards. So now you step backwards on your left foot and they step outside partner to your other side. And cha, 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 outside partner, cha, 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 outside partner, cha, 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 outside partner. Now, when this back rock ends, I'm going to feel my partner raise their left hand. That's my signal to get ready to turn. But I only turn, mark this, I only turn on what steps? The rock steps. So even though I got the lead on the cha-cha-cha, I'm going to wait to turn until I get to my rock step. Here's my rock, step, cha-cha-cha, and back to my basic step. All right? Let's give that a try one more time as the following. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha, outside partner. Cha-cha-cha, outside partner. Cha-cha-cha, outside partner. Hand goes up, underarm turn, cha-cha-cha, back to my basic step. All right? So that's everything we did on week number 1. I think we're ready to move forward to week number 2. Week number 2, we started to get a little fancier and we added in fifth position breaks. Now, I've already referenced fifth position breaks as what the leader does when the follower is doing the underarm turn to end the shoulder to shoulder. So you've already at least gotten a preview of it. So fifth position is where I put one foot slightly behind the other foot. Now, I like to leave a tiny bit of distance. Technically, fifth position is no distance between the feet, but I don't know about you, that makes me feel a little wobbly, so I leave a little bit of space just to help me with my balance, all right? So if I do my basic steps, I go side, rock, step, cha, cha, cha. On the third cha, I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to turn it slightly in. That turning in of the right foot, combined with me angling my right hand on my partner's back, gives them the feeling that they should turn as well. I then add a little bit of a push with my left hand. That then gets them to rock backwards, and we both back rock together. Now we face each other on the cha-cha-cha. I let go with my right hand. I bring my left hand through, and we both back rock together. Then I face my partner. Instead of going back to closed position, I just take their left hand, and we back rock the other direction. Only going to do 3 of these, so that was my third one. So now I've finished, I offer my left hand, I take it up in the air. As they turn, which is the same ending for the turn as the shoulder to shoulder, I'm going to do one more fifth position, back, rock, and we go back to our basic step. All right? That was a lot of talking, so I'll go through it a little quicker. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. back, rock, cha-cha-cha, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, underarm turn, cha-cha-cha, back to my basic step. All right? Feel pretty good? Let's do that as the follower. Followers, here we go. You go. Side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. On the third cha, you felt that your partner turned slightly. Their hand on your back gave you a little bit of a pull. It's really more of just an angle change with their hand on your back. That made you also want to turn. Then the right hand that you're holding onto their left hand with gave a little push. That makes you want to back rock. So those actions are all the lead. That tells you what you're going to do. Now you're going to let go with the left hand and you do a back rock this direction. They pick up the other hand, you do a back rock the other way. They raise their hand, that's your underarm turn, and you go back to your basic step. So it all happens pretty fast for the follower. So just be aware of how quickly this step tends to come up. All right, here we go. Let's try that again. And 1, 2, 3. Shot, shot, turn the foot in. Back, rock. Open up. Back, rock. Change hands, open up. Back, rock. Raise that hand, underarm turn. Back to your basic step. Rock, step, and shot, shot, shot. Again, if that's a lot of information there for you, that's totally okay. We're doing a lot of quick review today, but remember the companion video will make it a little bit easier to see in case any of that kind of slipped past you. All right, the next step that we did on week number 2 was called an open break to an underarm turn. All right, and this is a great step because it sets up our third step from week number 2. Open break to underarm turn starts with a side basic. So we go side, rock, step, cha, cha, cha. As the leader, normally I step forward with my left foot, but this time I'm actually going to step backwards. It's very important that I communicate to my follower that I am going to go backwards. So I do a couple of things to help me. The first thing I do is I take my left hand and I bring it down. I don't lead it through like I would a crossover. I don't give it a push up high like I would on a fifth position. Rather, I simply bring it straight down in front of me. So I'll demonstrate for you this direction. Crossover, I would normally bring it through. Fifth position, I'd give a little push up high, and in combination with the twisting of my body, they would feel that fifth position. The open break, all I do is I bring the hand straight down. So I always like to think that I bring it down to about the center, the core, the center of gravity of my partner. That center of gravity position is most responsive than when I decide to push away. So normally I would be coming towards my partner with my left foot, but in combination with my hand going down, a little push, and myself rocking back, that's what creates the open break. All right, so that's what we're trying to create. Let's do that again. So we go side, rock, step. Hand comes down, push away. Now, there are a lot of patterns that are led from an open break. The open break is a bit of a universal opening move, if you will, so it sets us up for a lot of other actions, all right? So when that hand goes down and I push away, that is not a dead indicator that I'm gonna do an underarm turn. It's one option that I have, all right? Today, we're gonna do an underarm turn, but just know you got lots of other options from that open break position. So once I've rocked away from my partner, I'm not going to pick them back up with my right hand. It is very important, leaders, that you leave your right hand down, maybe behind your back, maybe out to the side, whatever you want to do, but don't pick your partner back up after that open break because it essentially negates any of a lead you would have done from there. So you leave your partner away from you after that rock step. We do a cha-cha-cha. I raise my hand. I do a fifth position, which of course means they're turning, and I go back to my side basic. All right? Makes sense? I don't think I've mentioned that in previous weeks. Leaders, do not pick your partner back up after you do the open break. Let's do that again. Leaders, ready, and side, rock, step. Cha-cha, hand comes down, open, break. Cha-cha, hand goes up. I do a fifth position. Rock, step, cha-cha-cha, back to my partner. Let's do the followers part for the open break. Here we go. I go side, rock, step. As I cha-cha, I feel my right hand comes down. This is going to be a typical step for me. I'm going to do my back rock as I normally would, but because I feel that push from my partner and I see them go backwards, now I know, oh, something's coming up. So after that back rock, I go cha-cha-cha. I look for the lead. It's an underarm turn. So I do that underarm turn and then go back to my basic step. Again, and side, rock, step, hand comes down. Open, break. Shot, hand goes up, underarm turn, back to my basic step, and rock, step. All right? So that's the open break to underarm turn. Now, the nice thing is the very next pattern that we did on week number 2 is the alternating underarm turns. The alternating underarm turns start with an open break to underarm turn, but when we finish the follower's turn, we right away go into a leader's turn. So this is kind of cool. And then immediately after the leader's turn, the follower does another turn. So it's a total of 3 turns altogether. It starts with that open break to underarm turn. So let's go through that, shall we? So here we go. We start with the side basic. And side, rock, step, open break, rock, step. Follower does an underarm turn. As soon as the follower comes back, leaders, I'm going to offer my right hand, not to go back into closed dance position, but rather to offer that hand to indicate that I am going to do an underarm turn. Then I offer my left hand again for the follower to do one more turn, and then I go back to my basic step. So the rule of thumb is the follower always does the last turn. All right? So leaders, if you do a turn, the implication is the follower is going to do a turn. So followers, if the leader does a turn, expect you've got at least one more turn to do. All right, let's do that again for the leader. Ready, and side, rock, step, open, break, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, underarm turn. Now the leader turns, underarm turn. Offer the left hand, follower turns. Now we go back to our basic step, and we're good to go. All right? Let's go through the followers part for the alternating underarm turns. Here we go. Followers. Side basic. And side, rock, step. Here's the open break. Rock, step. Here's the underarm turn that you're used to. As soon as you finish that turn, the leader offered their hand. As they turn, you're going to do the same thing that they do when you turn. You're going to take your right foot and you're going to do a 5th position, a back rock. They finish their turn, they offer their hand. That means you do one more turn and you go back to your basic step. Whew! Lots going on. You can handle it. Let's try that again. Ready, and side, rock, step. Open, break, rock, step. Follower turns, rock, step. Leader turns, rock, step. Follower turns, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, back to your basic step. All right? So that is the alternating underarm turn. So far we've done a side basic, a progressive basic, a shoulder to shoulder, 5th positions, open break to underarm turn, and alternating underarm turns. Keep it up so far? Good. All right. Last week we did 2 new steps, and that is a cross-body lead and the 3 cha-chas, all right? So let's go through those quickly. I want to make sure that we have enough time to get through our last pattern today. Cross-body lead, fun step, extremely useful, all right? Very practical step, so I want to make sure you understand how this step goes. The point of the cross-body lead is to allow the partnership to change direction. So if I'm normally facing this way when I dance, when I finish the cross-body lead, I will be 180 degrees facing a new direction. All right? So let's try this. It starts with a basic step for the leader. Side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. Now I do my forward rock. As I replace my weight onto my right foot, my body is going to start to rotate. That rotation of my body is creating space for my partner to come past me. Now, I'm going to cha-cha-cha laterally to my left while my partner continues to cha-cha-cha forward. So essentially, I've made a little path for them to come past me. Now they're about even with me at this point. So now at the end of their cha-cha-cha, they're getting ready to do their rock step. So am I. I'm going to take my right foot backwards like a three-point turn in a car, back at an angle. They're stepping towards me. I step forward, completing that turn. Now I'm 180 degrees from where I started, and I cha-cha-cha to my right. Does that make sense? Let's go through that again. So we go. Side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. Forward rock, open your body as you back rock. Cha-cha-cha to the side. Small back rock here, leaders. Very important. Most leaders overstep this back rock. So think underneath your body, angle your body, finish the turn on the forward rock, and then cha-cha-cha to the side. Let me emphasize again, leaders, after you've done cha-cha-cha, if you take this back rock and you go huge, it's really difficult to move your partner. But if you think after this cha-cha-cha to the side that you're just right underneath yourself, you will find that this crossbody lead is a piece of cake. All right? One more time as the leader. Ready, and side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. Forward rock, open your body. Make room for your partner as you cha-cha-cha. Small back rock, start the three-point turn. Rock, replace, facing your new direction. Now cha-cha-cha to the side, and you carry on with your side basic. All right? Let's go through the followers part. Followers, I think your part's really fun here. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to do a side basic and cha-cha-cha. As you finish this rock step, you're going to feel your partner rotate. It is very important, leaders, that when you turn your body to make room for the follower, that you do not pull them towards you. Your goal is to give them space and a channel to walk, not to keep them in front of you. Because if your partner, if the follower, feels pulled, they will not want to go forward with their cha-cha-cha. They will want to go sideways, which is not what we're shooting for here. It makes everything more challenging. So again, my leader opens their body. They open the door for me. I now feel like I have a free path to continue forward. So I go cha-cha-cha. I'm usually about even with my partner. They're going to do a small back rock, which is going to incentivize me to do a small forward rock. They're turning as they do that, so I turn slightly as well. Now they finish their turn, I finish my turn, we're facing a new direction, and I go cha-cha-cha, back to my side basic. All right? So don't make this any more complicated than it already is. We're both doing different things, so this can feel a little weird, but just think, followers, you're mostly going forward and doing all of your turn at the end. All right? So here we go, let's do that again. And side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. My partner gets out of my way, I go forward. Cha-cha-cha. Small rock forward with my left foot. I start to turn. I do most of my turn right here. Now I do a cha-cha-cha to my left, and I'm back to my basic step. Make sense? One more time without me talking so much. And side, rock, step. Cha-cha-cha. Partner gets out of my way, I go forward. Cha-cha-cha. Small step forward. Rotate. Cha-cha-cha to my left, and back to my basic step. And that's the crossbody lead. Great pattern, good one to know. I always like to do that when I'm setting myself up for my next step. I think a crossbody lead is a really interesting way of leading into new steps. The last step that we did last week was called the 3 cha-chas. Now the nice thing about the 3 cha-chas, it is essentially a progressive basic stretched out. So all we're going to do is do a progressive basic. Okay, so we start to the side. We go side, rock, step. Now as a leader, I know that I can go sideways or I can go forward. So I'm going to choose to go forward. So I'm going to go cha-cha-cha. But now, here's where things get a little tricky. I'm going to continue to feel like my body's momentum is going forward. That forward energy continues to make my partner move backwards. So instead of going into a rock step, which is normally a momentum stop, where I change weight, I'm going to continue my body forward. Cha-cha-cha. And I'm going to do that for a 3rd time. Continue my body forward. Cha-cha-cha. Now here's where I do my rock step. I rock and I replace. Now I'm going to have all my momentum going backwards for 3 cha-chas. cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Here's my back rock, and then I can go back to my side basic. So this pattern, in my opinion, is all about momentum and all about clarity of direction. This is not a difficult step for someone to lead, even if their partner doesn't know it, if they are extremely clear about where they are trying to go, all right? So dancers, leaders, good lesson, generally speaking, in good leading technique. Be intentional about your movements and don't second guess yourself, because followers can pick up on that lack of confidence, they'll pick up on the doubt, and then they'll be trying to figure out what you're doing. You'll then perceive that as them trying to take over, which they probably weren't. They just had no idea what the heck you were trying to do. So leaders, be clear about where you're going. Know what you're going to do before you do it. That's a big part of good leading. And then they're going to pick up what you're trying to throw down. All right? So let's try that progressive basic again. Ready, and side, rock, step. Now you're going to go forward with your right shoulder. That's the first part of being clear about your intention. Right shoulder forward for the first cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Guess what? Now it's the left foot that's available. Let's take the left shoulder forward. Cha-cha-cha. Right shoulder forward. Cha-cha-cha. Down to a rock step. Left shoulder back, leaders. Cha-cha-cha. Right shoulder back. Left shoulder back, and rock step. And the fun part is that as you get further and further into this, there's all sorts of cool little styling things you can throw into it, which then makes this step look really neat. Now, something we talked about earlier is that as you're going forward in triples, you have an option of either passing your feet or you can lock your feet, right? So whether you're going forward or you're going backwards, you can lock your feet. So let's do it one more time as the leader with lock steps instead of passing steps. Here we go. Side, rock, step. Forward with the right side, forward with the left side, forward with the right side, rock, step. Backward with the left side, backward with the right side, backward with the left side, rock, step, back to your side basic. All right, let's do this as the following. Here we go. Followers, you start with a progressive basic. Side, rock, step. Now you feel your leader coming towards you with some extra energy, so your brain goes, oh, this might be a little different. You do your rock, your cha-cha-cha backwards, you felt them rotate their body, they're continuing to move towards you, so do a second cha-cha. One more rotation, and then they kind of even their body out to your rock step. Now you go forward. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, and rock, step, and back to your basic step. All right, let's do that again as the follows. Ready, and side, rock. Oh, let me move a little bit forward before I do that. Ready, and side, rock, step. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Rock, step, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Rock, step, and back to your side basic. All right, so that is the 3 cha-chas. And with that step, we have now caught up to this week. Now, I didn't leave myself a ton of time for this pattern, but you know what? I can probably go a few minutes long just because I want to make sure that I have the time to really explain this pattern to you. So this next pattern is called the crossover and side flick. Now, on first blush, on first look, this step is going to seem a little bit complicated. I would say that it is not simple. However, it is not as hard as it looks. So the big thing to remember is that as we're going through this pattern, do not lose your timing. A lot of patterns, when they get more complicated later on in dancing, change rhythms, right? Foxtrot, as it gets more complicated, changes from slow, slow, quick, quick to 1 slow and 2 quicks. Tango does all sorts of weird things with timings, as we learned last month in our tango class. A lot of the dancers are changing rhythms, syncopating. We're not going to do that in this cha-cha move. The cha-cha rhythm that we have done literally through every pattern so far, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, or 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. That's been our consistent rhythm in every single step except the 3 cha-chas. The 3 cha-chas changed that just a little bit. But every other pattern that we have done has utilized that exact same rhythm. So as we do this step, don't lose track of that rhythm as we go along. All right, let's go through this step. So I'm going to turn a little bit because it's a little easier to see what I'm going to do from this angle. Leaders, you're going to start with the side basic. So you're going to go side, rock, step. And we're going to go into a crossover. So I'm going to go cha-cha-cha. I'm going to drop my right arm. So normally this would be on my follower's back. I'm going to drop that arm. I'm going to bring my left hand down. We're going to both step through, with me with my left leg, my partner with their right leg. We're going to step this direction. Rock, step. I'm now going to face my partner and pick up their other hand. Now here, normally if I was just doing regular crossovers, I would do rock and replace and come back and go the other direction. But this time, I'm going to step through with my right leg, and I'm going to continue to move that direction. So I take another step forward with my left foot. Then once I'm on my left foot, I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to do my cha-cha-cha backwards. Cha-cha-cha. Then from there, I'm going to do a side step, stopping my partner with a high five. I'm going to replace my weight. I'm going to go forward in a cha-cha-cha. I'm going to face my partner side together. Then I'm going to go cha-cha-cha and back to my basic step. Now I just said that like, oh yeah, no problem, you'll be just fine. If that's the first time you've ever seen the crossover and side flick, that was a lot of information. So we'll break that down a little. Here we go. Let's do our crossover from the crossover and side flick again. Ready, and side, rock, step. Drop the right arm, bring the left arm through, rock, step. Face my partner, picking up the other hand. I'm going to cross over, but I'm going to take 2 forward steps. 1, 2. I'm going to rotate all the way around, picking up the other hand. I'm going to cha-cha-cha backwards. Cha-cha-cha. I'm going to do a side step. I've got all this momentum moving this direction, so when I take that side step, I let my leg go straight, I let my hip go out, I put up my right hand like a high five, like, okay, we're going to stop here. Nice. I'm going to then replace my weight. I'm going to do a cha-cha-cha forward. Cha-cha-cha. Now I face my partner, I go side, together, and cha-cha-cha, and we're back to our basic step. All right, so I'm going to count that with rhythms. So I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3, 4 count. All right, so here's how that count goes. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1, and I'm back to my basic rhythm. All right, let's give that more of a foot position action. All right, ready, and side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, forward, replace, cha-cha-cha, forward, forward, cha-cha-cha, side, replace, cha-cha-cha, side, together, cha-cha-cha, back to your basic step. Kind of, sort of? Let's do the followers part. All right, so followers, you're going to start with a side basic. This is just the natural opposite of what the leader did. And side, rock, step. We do a crossover. Right hand comes down, step through, replace your weight. You're going to pick up the other hand. You're going to take 2 steps forward. 1, 2. You're going to feel your partner rotate you. Now you're going to do a cha-cha-cha backwards. Cha-cha-cha. Side step. A little high five just for fun. Replace the weight. Cha-cha-cha. Side, together. Now we're back to our basic. Cha-cha-cha. Rock, step. And we carry on from there. All right? I'll do that with the timing. Here's the timing. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3. Now about midway through there, I got myself a little hung up because my body, when I did those cha-cha-chas forward or backwards, wanted to lockstep. So just so you know, followers and leaders, that's an option. I'm going to do that with the foot positions, and that way you can see the lock steps during the trippers. Here we go. And side, rock, step, cha-cha-cha, rock, replace, cha-cha-cha, forward, forward, lock, step, back, side, replace, forward, lock, side, together, cha-cha-cha, back to my basic step. All right, let's wrap up. Before we wrap up, I'm going to show you what this pattern looks like to the music. Here we go. All right, here we go. Leader first, I'm going to do it twice, and then I'll do the followers part. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, again. Good, let's try that as the follower. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. All right, nicely done. It definitely looks a lot better when you see me dancing it with somebody, so pay attention for those companion videos. Remember, there's 2 ways that you'll see those companion videos. The companion video will be posted on our Facebook page, and it is available on the Briora virtual website. If you are already a member of Briora Virtual, you've probably already seen how much amazing content there is on there. So if you haven't gone on in a week or 2, we're always adding new videos on there, so make sure you take a look and see if you've missed anything that we've added on. If you have not become a part of Briora Virtual, it's free for the first couple of weeks just because we want you to check it out. So originally we had it free just for the month of November. We've decided to make it free for the first 2 weeks when you first check it out, no matter who you are, because we just want you to see if it feels like it's something that you'd like to continue to use to support Briora. So it's a membership-based thing. Once you get through those first couple of weeks, we think that there's enough content to make that really valuable for you. I hope you feel that way too. So take a look, BrioraVirtual.com. So much great information on there. Lots of syllabus videos, lots of technique videos, all of our weekly classes. There's some really fun lifestyle videos, plus some other great content that we're adding in all the time. In fact, looks like we're going to be having a special outside coach coming and doing a workshop in December. Her name is Charlotta Jorgensen. She's pretty amazing. And she's a former world champion and somebody who you will very much enjoy seeing. And she's going to be exclusively available on our Briora virtual site. We'll have more details about that as the weeks go along. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope you had a great, great class and kept up. I know we covered a lot. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will see you next Monday night for week number 5 of our Cha-Cha. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.